Man, this is live. Anything can happen. This is live. Anything can happen. Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
And what if you fuck up?
Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
I'd be pissed scared I'd get a boner or fucking fart or something.
Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
Shut the fuck up, man. You're making me nervous.
We're back. We're live. It's pop culture in your morning. Let me get this back on the pop culture in your morning. Okay, back up to 12. There for a second, we had like 12 people in here. Then I played the intro, and I guess 3 of them left. They were like, fuck, I don't want to watch a countdown. But it looks like they popped back in or somebody else. So we are 14. A lot of people don't even come in until it goes live. They don't want to see sitting around waiting. Like Lucky Ferguson. Lucky Ferguson's in the chat room chatting. Ain't no bells in the room. He's over here just hanging out. We got James. We got Groot. What are we going to do today? Well, we're going to go all the way back to the year 1988. I don't think I've looked at that year yet. Now, when I pulled up the TV shows, I was like, I've talked about this list. I've talked about this. But when I pulled up the movies, the toys, the music from 1988, none of it sounded familiar like I've talked about it before. So maybe just 87 to 88 was probably like probably the same top 10 shows maybe. So I'm not even going to talk TV shows. We're all going to look at cartoons, toys of 1988, music of 1988, the top movies of 1988, and something new, the top albums of 1988. Should be a lot of fun. Of course, we'll talk today in Star Wars history and look at whose birthdays today, because we can't get any more hack for a morning show than talking about celebrities' birthdays. We got Mold Man, Wonder Bread Mold Man, like that name is in here. Got Go Figure, What's Happening Junk Pump for this morning, Left Coast. Man, we got the same old group in here. James Lynch, which I love you guys. I love having the same old guys, but not really growing the morning show or the night show. I don't know. I mean, I knew the morning show would be kind of risky. It's 11 a.m. It's real early on the East Coast. I don't know what time it is in the UK. But most of my viewers are US based. So I knew the morning would be kind of risky, kind of more laid back. You know, people's at work and everything. So I knew it would kind of be down compared to everything else. And we do pick up a little bit more at nighttime at the 7 o'clock show, but still it's staggered. It's like the same number every time. Why? Gotta push who? How can I get more people here? 20,000 subs. I need to get more people here. We got Colt Sievers. I don't think I've seen you in the room before, but it's the same Colt Sievers I talked to on Facebook. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a different Colt Sievers. But he is an unknown stunt man. Gary says, good morning, Junk Man. And we got a morning from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. You're from Jersey? I'm from Jersey. You're from Jersey? Remember that? I hope not. And this guy, he just has reaction figures. Okay. AM on the left coast, still waking up. There, yeah, I bet so, man. So I knew it'd be a little slow getting the morning show off the ground, but saves my day from going completely insane. Gives me something to look forward to in the morning before I start working on my new video. Let me get a sipper. It is the same Colt Seaver. He's able to hear for a live show. So again, we're going to go over birthdays, try and stretch out a little bit. Let let little more people get here. Maybe. What is see? The live stream clip channel was uploaded. I've uploaded. What did I put on there? The wish book. I took the Return of the Jedi section that we did last morning. It didn't really work good. Pages wouldn't load. The Jedi one did okay, so I put a clip of that. If you missed it on the clip show, check that out. That Junkman Live. Go to that other channel for the clips coming up later. The Blue Snaggletooth Hunt clips coming up. Pat Doesn't Buy a Shuttle clips coming up, and a couple of my rant, my Farm Boy Luke rant that y'all sent me on. And don't forget, 7 o'clock tonight, the board will change. Sister Sledgehammer got the board last week. Who will get the board? You can put whatever you want on the board. You got a website? Put .com up there. You got a YouTube channel? Put your YouTube channel name up there. As long as they ain't same. I only got 2 of the same letter. Sorry. But that's tonight. But don't forget, super chat, send them in, support the channel. I will read them, make sure I see them, because when I'm doing the other things on here, I got the window down and I kind of miss it. Let's look at the day in Star Wars history. Not really a special day, not really that special here. 2013, the Star Wars The Old Republic game expansion, Rise of the Hutt Cartel, was released. Yeah. So not really much of a day for Star Wars history, but I want to go over to Twitter real quick because Star Wars is trending kind of. Raven is trending here, and I just want to bring this up because it's kind of like what everyone's talking about Twitter today. Everybody's mad. I'm sure everybody's mad about it or something. You know, everybody's always angry on Twitter here. Apparently someone put this, someone retweeted this that, okay, some fan or something was upset and said, one of the worst things about Disney buying Star Wars is now people that never cared about Star Wars are like, oh my God, Star Wars is like the best ever. I'm a total fan. I've been one since like 2015. Raylo forever. Baby Yoda is so cute. Wait, what is a Raven? Okay, somebody put that, and this guy Wesley retweeted. He got a lot of retweets on it. He says, I promise you, you don't have to know a 20-year-old video game character to be a Star Wars fan, no matter how great she is. Great. I didn't even know Raven's a girl. Let me ask. Raven's a female? I didn't even know that. Didn't even know that. But anyway, so it's probably, I thought it was a good question here. What does it make you less of a fan that you grew up with the new Disney stuff, that you're into the Disney stuff? Does that make you less of a Star Wars fan? No, it doesn't. In the prequels, we had a lot of flooding of new fans come in that were like Jar Jar Binks or knew all the new stuff. Now I don't know what Raven is. I don't know. I watched. I went over to a Star Wars Theory. Was doing a live stream. Had like 20 people all on there on the screen at one time because Star Wars Theory, good guy. I guess I never watch his videos, but all these guys, they're good. You know what? When they do their live streams, they got to have 3 or 4 people. They can't handle a whole show by themselves. Like, I mean, that's what you get with the Junkman. I don't need guest stars. Sure, I'll have a guest. I had the usual mic drop in one day for 30 minutes. I had somebody drop in here and there. I did an interview here and there. But I don't need interaction to entertain you guys. Hopefully, I can entertain you guys. But then again, they got 20,000 people in their live stream, and I got 28. So maybe they're doing something right, and I'm doing something wrong. I would love to have a co-host if it was in the room with me. If he or she was in the room with me, I would be more open to a co-host. Brad, I see your super chat. I'll get to it in a second. Brian. If I had a co-host, I think I would be more. Try to get my friend to come over. It'd be really more. I just don't like that webcam interaction too much. I mean, I'll do it here and there, and it's always fun to bring people on. But I can entertain you guys. I don't need to have 7 or 8 squares all on the screen, everybody talking over each other. I can entertain you myself. But are you less of a fan if you only know Kylo Ren, Rey, Baby Yoda? No, you're not. You might be a newer fan. You might know less about it, but you're not less of a fan. You're just a new fan. And there's a whole group of different type of fans. Back to that Star Wars Theory stream, they were on there talking about people I've never even heard of. And not once did anyone mention Paploo. Not once did anyone mention Walrus Man. No one said anything about Squid Head. So there's different Star Wars factions, maybe. I mean, probably people I know from Star Wars, even those people that grew up on the prequels and stuff. What the hell is Papu? Who's Papu? So no, I don't know who Raven is. So you don't have to be a fan. They're just different types of fans. Now, it does. When I was watching that live stream, I was like, I don't even feel like I'm in Star Wars. I don't even know who they were talking about. All these Darths and all this stuff. I was like, I don't know who y'all talking about at all. And then the new kids, when you do mention Walrus Man, they're going to say, who do you mean? Papa Boo Boo? No, his name is not Papa Boo Boo. Walrus Man is Walrus Man. And guess what? Hammerhead is named Hammerhead. And guess what? 4-LOM is not a droid. That's my Star Wars. So everybody comes at Star Wars differently. So you got people, that's into the new stuff, people that grew up on the people into the novels. People was really into the Sith and the Jedi. I never really found Sith and Jedi that interesting. I never really cared that much about Sith and Jedis. I love the OT. If you watch the original Star Wars trilogy, they're really not that heavy on the Force and the Jedi. Sure, Luke's story is, but there's a lot going on in Star Wars besides. I mean, look at A New Hope. How much of that movie they dig into the Sith and the Jedi and stuff? You got Luke and Obi-Wan talking here and there, but the rest, 90% of the movie is not about the Sith and the Jedi and everything. Empire is the same. Jedi's a little bit more heavier because, you get the final fight at the end. You don't need all that stuff, man. I like the Rebels. I like the fight. I like the war side of Star Wars. Never really got into the Darths and everything. Then they made it where everybody was fighting lightning out of their hands, and then Palpatine wasn't special anymore. Let me hop back over to Brian's Super Chat. FarmboyLuke.com. You're not going to sit me off in a rant. You and Ashley sent me into a rant last night. If you missed that, the clip will be up on the channel. So no, I'm glad to see Ashley is here. But no, you will not send me into a rant this morning. Canteen fingers are always fun. They are always fun. And I don't care what the EU says. I don't care what the West End Games say. I don't care what StarWars.com says. 4-LOM, it's not a droid. 4-LOM is an alien. Zuckuss is a droid. And don't give me that. Kenner got it wrong. Kenner got it wrong. No, Kenner didn't get it wrong. It was changed. Oh, okay, we got another super. Well, I got a super chat over here, but not over here. Hey, well, there we go. There we go. All right, Chris Codwell, always here helping out the channel. Hi from work. Work. Thank you for the super chat. And we got Zaire Rule. Zaire's. If you're talking about Zaire, you're talking about the store, the department store. Yeah, it rolled. I can remember behind first figure, still in my head where they were and everything. It says I've got a bad connection, so y'all let me know if it looks bad. Yeah, it looks bad over here. What is going on? Yesterday I had a bad connection. Monday I had a bad connection. But my Wi-Fi is working perfectly. I would change my Wi-Fi. I got two. I got one that's more of a 4G. I'm scared to change my Wi-Fi connection to see if that helps because it might. Y'all let me know how bad it is. Let me know in the chat how bad it is. But yeah, Zaire's roll, man. I bought Top Gun for the NES there. Y'all let me know. I know I'm about 10 seconds behind. Let me know how the chat's looking in the video. I hate to shut it all down. Shut down everything but the stream. I do got everything shut down, I believe. Let me double check. I know Monday after I got off, I had to reboot my whole system and the internet kind of came back. But this Chrome I have to use for StreamYard sucks my RAM, man. It sucks my RAM like a hoe. Okay, let's quit mail. Close mail. I don't need my Nordic VPN. I don't even got it turned on. Close that. Close my podcast. I don't need that. Safari, I need that open so I can see. That's all I got open is Chrome and Safari. So let's see. Just go on, Joe, man. Okay, hopefully it won't look too bad here, or maybe it will. I don't know what else to use. I used Firefox a couple of days ago. Y'all see what a disaster that was. The whole thing crashed on me in the middle of the podcast. And Safari doesn't work with Streamlabs. I don't know what else to use. Okay, go figure, guys. Go figure, guys. We'll love Kuhu sometime. Well, we'll talk about that. Like I said, I'm not big on the cam. It seems like we got to talk all over everything. I like somebody in the room, but I can, every once in a while I do have somebody on here. So hit me up. We can work something out. You look kind of like an 8-bit right now. Well, maybe that goes along with the look of the show, maybe. Use fire crotch. I don't know what that is. It sounds nasty, but maybe I'll look to see what a fire crotch is. That sounds gross. Okay, I can close down today in Star Wars history. We'll close that down. Let's look at famous birthdays today. Famous Birthdays. That is famous days of the birth right there. I'm going to try something. I'm going to see if this helps. Let me know. I hope I didn't freeze up here. Okay. Did y'all lose me altogether? Okay, I can quit messing with it. I just wanted to see something real quick. Looks like we're up 2 more bars. Okay, I can quit messing with it now. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry. Hey, it's live. Anything? Does anybody know what those audio clips are from the countdown? It says live. Anything can happen. Does anyone even know what movie that's from? Okay. Number 1. Whew, had a crush on her even way before she was Buffy. Sarah Michelle Gellar. I used to see her on All My Children. My girlfriend, who became my wife, became my ex-wife, used to watch All My Children back in the late 80s or maybe early 90s. And man, she played Kendall. And I loved Sarah Michelle Gellar ever since then. She's like, I can't watch this when you're around. I was like, well, I just want to see Kendall. Oh, I loved her even back then. Okay, we got a Anthony Brody, who's got a weird-looking face. It's his birthday. Born on this day back in 1973. I'm a year older than you, Brody. Country legend. Coal miner's daughter herself, Loretta Lynn. Birthday, Loretta Lynn. What a legend. What a legend, man. One of our few classic country legends that are still around. Born on this date in 1932. Okay, let's see here. Anderson Silva. I don't know who that is. I thought it was Silver for a long time, but it's S-I-L-V. I hear Joe Rogan talk about the name a lot. So he was born on this date back in 1975. Rob McElhenney from Always Sunny, who plays Ronald McDonald. And yesterday was Dennis's birthday from Always Sunny. How about that? Born on this date in 1977. He's just a few months older than Star Wars. How about that? Also born on this date, someone he grew up in the 80s knowing. Anybody grew up in the 80s loved him. Anthony Michael Hall. He was great as a nerd, but then he tried to play a jock in some movie in the late 80s and it just didn't seem right. He joined as cast member of Saturday Night Live, and that was just weird. Anthony Michael Hall. He was also in The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. I like to put some 80s people in the movies back then. Okay. See if there's anybody else. Brad Garrett. Everybody knows Brad Garrett. He was an auto mechanic on Seinfeld, stole Jerry Seinfeld's car, and had John F. Kennedy's golf clubs in the back. Everybody knows that. But of course, he went on to be Raymond's brother, and everybody loves Raymond. So you probably know that more. I don't know who that is. Okay, we're down to I don't know who this. Rod Steiger was born on this date back in 1925. Rod Steiger, who was in The Heat of the Night, did a lot of movies, but I know him best from Mars Attacks. Took me a second there. I think that was Rod Steiger. That was him. Mars Attacks. Kind of later in life there. That guy looks scary. Da Brat's birthday's today. I remember hearing that name. She was a rapper. That's all I remember. That I was a rapper or something. Princess Beatrice of the UK's birthday's today. I don't know who Princess. Pete Rose. Get Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. I don't know anything about sports. I don't know what he did. I don't care what he did. Get Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. That's my Pete Rose stance. Born on this date, 1941. Pete Rose. I know he had one of those haircuts back in the 70s and 80s, you know, corky haircuts. But hey, get him in the Hall of Fame. I don't care. I know he bet on games. I heard he never bet on his own games. So get him. I ain't gonna get a whole stance about who, but hey, if he did the numbers, put him in the Hall of Fame. That's all I'm gonna say right there. See if there's anybody else. Don't know who you are. David Justice from the Atlanta Braves. That was the last. See, I don't know sports, but was that the last great year of baseball? I mean, maybe it was because I was in Georgia, but it's like I could think almost every, at least half of the players on the Braves in the 90s. And I don't know anything about sports. I knew Dave Justice, Chipper Jones, Tom Glavine. I knew the coach. Maybe it's called living in Georgia. I mean, I had Braves fever when they would get all the way almost every year in the 90s to the World Playoffs, and then tank it. Oh, every year, everybody get all hyped up. The Braves are in the World Series, and that was it. But it was like a golden age for the Braves. Or there's like it seemed like everybody was talking about the baseball. I don't hear nothing about baseball today. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Somebody said that Pete Rose was in the WWE Hall of Fame. I didn't even know he wrestled. But Greg Maddux, also on the Braves, born today in 1960. I know that name. And for me to know, I can't even be anybody on the Falcons, and I'm in Georgia. I don't even Lion Hawks. I can't tell you anybody. But in the 90s, although I didn't watch, I would have watched the World Series because it was the Braves. I could tell you almost everybody on the team. Now, I knew some from the 80s because my grandma used to watch it, but I knew Tommy Lasorda because he used to coach. That's about as far as I went. Richard Jennings, great comedian, funny guy. Sadly, took his life in 2007, but born on this date in 1957. He was in Mask. Wasn't he in Mask? Yeah, I get him and the guy that was in Batman 89 mixed up. You know, I'm talking about the reporter and that. Sometimes I get them mixed up. I don't know. Do they look alike? But yeah, he was in The Mask. John Alexander Hamilton was born on this date back in 1788. That means if he was still alive today, he'd be 102 years old. How about that? Who that is? PJ Pooh. I don't know who PJ Pooh is, but I love his name. I will say his name all day now. Here's a white lady named Bobby Brown, and I don't know why there's so many Bobby Browns. This isn't the Bobby Brown I know from the 80s. That was a New Edition. This isn't the Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. That's another Bobby Brown. It says famous makeup artist. I don't know how you get famous being a makeup artist. Born in 1957. Why so many people named Bobby Brown? Oh, remember when Ashley had a Bobby Brown button on her sleeve? I don't know who Dean Potter is. Gary Anderson. That name sounds familiar. Film producer from Britain. I don't know who he is. Let's see. I wish I knew who you were. Okay. I think we're done with the birthdays today. Let's just go down. Can't even pronounce that name. Don't know what. I wouldn't wear that hat, dude. Not out in public. Okay. I don't see anyone's birthday worth mentioning again, so we'll close that down. Hopefully the stream's working better now. Yeah, the little warning sign's gone. I switched over to the other Wi-Fi. I don't know why they give me two Wi-Fis. I got one that has a 5G next to it. So I clicked on that one right there. Every year, the WWE introduces a celebrity that makes no sense. I like that. I kind of like that. Let's put it to a vote. Get Junkman in the WWE. Isn't Trump, not a guild? Sorry, I said the name. Oh my God, I got demonetized. I said the name. Isn't Trump in the Wrestling Hall of Fame? Odd. President. What was that song they sung? Something about Bobby Brown. I don't know. I was the Bobby Brown button on your sleeve from LL Cool J. He wants a girl with a Bobby Brown button on her sleeve. And maybe that's what you're talking about. That's the only thing I can think of when they mentioned Bobby Brown. Gary Anderson did Thunderbirds. I knew I heard that name recently because I think he did that UK show or something. Remember I did a video series about a UK show I never heard of that had figures. It was like a police sci-fi police show. I think he had something to do with that because that name does sound familiar here. Trump is in the W. I thought he was. That's crazy. Richard the Platypus Man. He sure is. And then we have Bobby McGee. Bobby McGee. Oh, that's Janis Joplin. Written by the great Kris Kristofferson. Great songwriter. Never, ever listen to a Kris Kristofferson song. Trust me. He's okay in The Highwayman, but trust me, you never want to play a Kris Kristofferson song. He's great in Blade. He's a great actor. He's a great, great songwriter. I mean, he did Sunday Morning. It's like a Sunday morning. Not that song. He did, it's called, what is it? Oh, well, I'll forget. That Sunday Morning song. I'll just call it that Sunday Morning. So y'all not here to talk Sunday. Me and Bobby McGee is maybe the best folk song ever written. Is that a folk song? That is written by Kris Kristofferson, but is that a folk song? I don't know what considers a folk song there. Oh, but that is a good song. What was the other song he did? What was that? Sunday Morning Coming Down, I think the name of it. If you don't know that one, check out the Cash version of it. Still good. But let's hop over here and talk the top 10 domestic movies of Sunday Morning Coming Around. There you go. Thank you, Easy Go. Great song. Great song. A lot of people's done it. A lot of people's done covers of it. I like the Cash one better, but there's some other good ones out there. It's a folk song. Okay. I believe. I don't know when I hear folk song, I can't really say, oh, that's a folk song when I hear it like I can. I hear a rap song. I say, I know that's a rap song. But folk songs, I not really. What about the Battle of Billy Joe? Billy Joe, is that a folk song where it's about the guy that jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge? Remember that song? Janis Joplin made it rock. Okay. I believe you. Calm down. I listen to it every Sunday driving to church. It's a good one. Cash one has sung it live, and they want CBS. I think it was didn't want him to say the part about getting high or getting stoned, and he refused. And he said, okay, I'll take that part out, but he didn't. He sung it live on the show. But we're not here to talk Johnny Cash. Number 10, the top 10 domestic movies. Here we go. The top 10 domestic movies of the year 1988. I'll try to start swinging in my seat. I don't know. I do that a lot. Sorry, guys. I try to get out of that habit, but I can't help it. Number 10, everybody's favorite. Everybody loves it. Michael Keaton was back. No, he wasn't back. It was his first time ever playing Beetlejuice. 1988. Beetlejuice. This is when we were all in the Beetlejuice fever, and we heard, what? The guy in Beetlejuice is going to play Batman? No, thank you. Now we're all like, bring back Michael Keaton as Batman. He's awesome. Wouldn't you love like a Logan movie? But Michael Keaton is Batman, but it's older Batman, retired maybe, set in the same universe as the first two. God, I would love it. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't say bring back Tim Burton just because he's not right for that kind of, I want a Logan type movie where he's old and I love Logan too. Okay. So number 10, Beetlejuice. And hopefully someone will bring Keaton back. Finish out a trilogy. I don't really count those other Batman movies as part of the Keaton universe. I got some of the same actors. Okay, number 9, Tom Cruise, still killing it today. He was Ken and Bar in Cocktail. Sounds like a porn movie, but it wasn't. It was Cocktail. Number 8 movie was Moonstruck. Cher and Nicolas Cage. I think Nicolas Cage is in that. Moonstruck would be a great movie. Okay, well, number 7 started off a franchise that went downhill pretty damn fast. Man, it went downhill so fast, man. Ooh, Die Hard with Bruce Willis. I know, don't give me shit. Don't say, hey, man, that movie's are still good. No, I only saw the first 2. I think I've seen parts and pieces of the other one. They just turned John McClane into more of a superhero type. That's what I loved about Die Hard. He was just your average police guy, and he was thrown in this situation where he had to kick ass, and he did. Made some exceptions for 2. Now I saw 2 at the theater. I don't think I've seen it since then. It was okay, and then it didn't need to keep on going with. I heard they were going to make a prequel to Die Hard. Come on. Number 6, what a cast! Tom Cruise. No, not Tom Cruise. Did I say Tom Cruise? Not Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and from the Gutenberg Bible himself, Steve Guttenberg. Right there. That's all you knew. You knew. Hey. Steve Guttenberg, Tom Selleck, Ted Danson. You knew you were going to have a top 10 movie right there, didn't you? 3 Men and a Baby. I remember seeing that. I don't remember much about it. I know they had 3 Men and a Little Lady also. Let's bring them back. I want everything in trilogies. If you're going to do 2, let's bring them back and let's close out that trilogy also. Here's a trilogy we shouldn't have got. Should have stopped at number 2. And that's the man down under himself, Crocodile Dundee. Yes, mate. The guy that threw another shrimp on the Barbie. It is Crocodile Dundee 2, part 2. Part 3 they did like 20 years later or something when he was in LA. Let's just go ahead and just put that one in the dirt. One of everyone's favorites, Tom Hanks movie, is at number 4. Tom Hanks movie at number 4. Big. It's okay. I think it's a Penny Marshall movie. I heard that was going to get Robert De Niro was first in talks to play that part. I just can't see it. I can't see that. Crazy, right? Oh, got something in my eye. That's the problem with doing live shows. That's the problem with doing live. This live, anything can happen. So we got Big right there with Tom Hanks. Number 3 is Good Morning Vietnam. Remember that? Good Morning Vietnam. Never saw it. It was a big hit. Everybody loved it. Number 2, I think I've only seen parts and pieces of this movie. I don't think I've ever sat down and watched all of it. It's a classic. You guys really love it. I hear a lot of people talk about it still today. Coming to America. Coming to America. That's right. The first one. I don't know. The second one's called Coming to America also. I don't know why they both had the same name. I know. One's got the number 2. One's got T-O. Still, it's too confusing. If you say, hey, I saw Coming to America, you wouldn't know. Which one are you talking about? I heard the new one wasn't any good. Didn't see it. I've never really sat down and watched all of Coming to America. I know some funny scenes in it. Oh, yeah. Somebody said RPI to funny man, Robin Williams. Oh, tragic loss right there, Robin. I mean, anytime we lose somebody, it's a tragic loss, but Robin Williams, man. He could do drama, comedy, you name it, man. Robin Williams was great. He would have made a great villain. I think he was up for Riddler or something at one time. He would make a great Batman villain. He would have made a great Riddler or something. I think he would have done good as a Batman villain. Okay, who wants to guess the number 1 movie of 1988? Don't cheat. Don't go to Google. Don't look it up. Don't cheat. I know I'm about 10 seconds behind, so I will let the chat catch up a little bit, and I will tell you the number 1 movie. $156 million. That's opening weekend for a Marvel movie. Let's see. Mork and Mindy made him a superstar. Mork and Mindy made him a star. I wouldn't say it made him a superstar. I might give you that. I don't know. Super. It made him a star. Super. I think it was some of those movies, maybe in the World According to Garp. Remember that one? Not saying that one. I'll say it's Ghostbusters. Groot says Ghostbusters. Let's see here. We'll let 1 or 2 more pop up to see what they say. Y'all are taking forever. Y'all are Googling it. Stop Googling it. Just go with it. Let me hop over this chat. Sometimes this chat's faster. So Ghostbusters. Brian says Brian says Roger Rabbit. It put him on the board. Oh, put him on the board. Yeah, it made him a star. Yeah, definitely. 88, I'll say Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted. Really, what a concept comedy. Williams was a villain in 1 Hour Photo. I always wanted to see 1 Hour Photo. I've never seen it. I tell you. Oh, hold on. Let me go get this out of the way. Yeah, who got it? Brian got it right, Brad, or whoever it was. I am with Brandon and Brad. Number 1 movie, 1988. Who Framed That Rabbit himself? Roger Rabbit. Who Framed Him? That's right. Number 1, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The number 1 movie of 1988 made $156 million. Number 2 only made $128 million. So it blew that one out of the way in a lot less screens. Also, now let's get back to Boy Young. If you hadn't seen one of his last movies, which I'm drawing a blank on it, Robin Williams. Let me see. Let me pull up Robin Williams movies. What was it? RV. That was it. The best. No, I'm just joking. It wasn't RV. World's Greatest Dad. You look at the cover and everything, it looks like some kind of weird comedy or something. But check it out. It's directed by Bobcat Goldthwait, who was a really good friend of Robin Williams. And Bobcat Goldthwait, you think, Police Academy, wacky guy. He's done a lot of good movies. He's done he's done like four movies, I think, altogether. But overall, he's done really good. Let me see what movies he's directed. But check it out, World's Greatest Dad. It's about a guy. It's about his son. His son passes away, I'll say that. And how he passes away is kind of hidden. And people think he took his own life. And it's a different kind of movie, but it's really good. A lot of people just overlooked it back when it came out. So check that out if you've never seen it. World's Greatest Dad. Because if you look at the poster and everything, it looks like some kind of comedy show. It doesn't look nothing like what it is. But Bobcat also directed. What was the other one he directed? God Bless America. Check that out. No, I don't hear anyone talk about that either. That was really, really good. He did a American Bigfoot. I always wanted to see that. Or was that what it's called? Something Bigfoot. I'm trying to find it. Oh, Willow Creek, a Bigfoot movie. I still haven't seen that one. But World's Greatest Dad, God Bless America. Check those out, man. Those are really, really good. God Bless America. I mean, they go on a killing spree across the country. This guy and this younger girl is very good. Shakes the Clown. I always wanted to go back and watch Shakes the Clown. He got a lot of bad rep back then, but I bet it's funny today. But okay, we're through with that. It's no way you could do Roger Rabbit now. But I've heard Disney hates Jessica Rabbit. Hates Jessica Rabbit. And that's one reason they never really wanted to pursue a sequel. Yeah, they would tone it down, I'm sure. Robin died. Robin did a drama for PBS. I cannot read here. Don't remember that one. Good Morning Vietnam was good. I always wanted, that's another one I always heard, never did see. Seize the Day, if I remember. World According to Garp also has John Lithgow or Lithgow, from Third Rock. Oh, Third Rock. Third Rock from the Sun, one of the greatest comedies ever, television shows ever. He was really good in 1 hour. So I need to see that. But yeah, check out The World's Greatest Dad if you've never seen that. Trust me. The Legend of Boogie Creek was good. Check that one out. Yeah, Shakes the Clown. Yeah, I want to see Shakes the Clown now because I really mean Bobcat Goldthwait, you think director, but when I saw he did the American movie and the Robin Williams movie, I was like, okay, I'm on board. This guy's really good. Okay, let's hop over and look at the toys of 1988. In fact, I've got to do something real quick, guys. Sorry. Just give me this live. Anything can happen. Let me play something. Trying to find something I can play because I got to do something real quick. Let's okay. Hold on, guys. Be right back.
This is like my show where I talk to people who are pretty cool and will talk about things I think are pretty cool. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh shit! I should have played one a little longer. Okay, I don't know. It just got really hot in here. I guess it's all the lights. I want to get the fan on. Whew, sorry about that. Okay, let's go. We're on a roll here. Okay, here we go. According to this list, according to 99.9, The Point FM, this is the top 10 toys of 1988. Dolly Surprise. I don't know whether that's some baby doll. Never heard of it. Maybe Ashley has. I don't know. Maybe Samantha, I don't think is in here. Who's another female in here? I don't know. So I don't know who Dolly Surprise is, so we'll skip that one. Number 9, made by Kenner, starting lineup. I never really talk about the starting lineup figures, although they are Kenner. Maybe I should do a video on them. Here's a picture of Warren Moon. I don't know who Warren Moon is, but apparently he likes to play the football game. Number 8. This is all the time. Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels around. Can't really call that an 88 toy. Number 7, a board game. Maybe board game. I'll say a family game. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. Remember that? I was never good. I can't draw good and then being pressured by the time they draw something. Not really good at that. Number 6, G.I. Joe action figures. Number 5, real Ghostbusters. It confused me as a kid. I was like, they don't look like Ghostbusters. I know why it's called the real Ghostbusters and everything now, but as a kid, I was like, what? Real Ghostbusters? It doesn't even look like anybody from the movie. So it was really confusing back in the day. I remember actually finding out there were a third or fourth Ghostbuster that was a black guy. Why didn't he get on the posters and everything? Always weird to me. Before I saw the movie, I was like, what? There's a fourth Ghostbuster? I don't see him on the posters and stuff. Okay. Number 4, Pictionary. Remember that? Pictionary. Number 3, toy of 1988, Micro Machines. Micro Machines right there. Number 2, Barbie. Yeah, Barbie. I'm always talking about Barbie. And the number 1 toy of 1988, but it wasn't released. I tried to find a list of more stuff that came out in 88. I couldn't. Toys are usually hard to mark down year by year sometime. Number 1 toy, NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. Still got mine right over here from when I was a kid. Still got it. Loved it. I can't imagine growing up without a Nintendo. That would be almost impossible, I think. I cannot imagine life with that. Check over the chat here. We've got some chats going on. Don't forget, super chat, support the channel. Make sure I see them. Make sure I talk to them. But let's hop on over to let's talk. These cartoons aren't really in order of what's, let's just talk about some. The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh was out in 1988. I'm sure I didn't watch that or give one rat's tootie about it. The Adventures of Beanie and The Adventures of Beanie. I don't even know what that is. I've never even heard of that. The Adventures of Beanie. How long did it last? 1 season. I don't know. Maybe y'all know The Adventures of Beanie. Oh, Beanie and Cecil. I still don't know. They added Cecil, and I still don't know who it is. Oh, here we go. Loved it. I loved it. The Complete Mental Misadventures of Ed Grimley. That's right. Martin Short's character, Ed Grimley from SCTV and Saturday Night Live, got his own cartoon series for 1 season, only 13 episodes. Oh, loved it because I was really into Ed Grimley. I really loved Ed Grimley. It's odd. Martin Short was only on Saturday Night Live 1 season. And look how popular he became just in 1 season here. The Adventures of Raggedy Ann and Andy. Yuck. I hate even looking at Raggedy Ann and Andy. Both of them. I hate the look of them. I can remember being about 11 years old, a Volkswagen coming by my house with someone cosplaying as Raggedy Ann. No, Andy. It was Andy. And it scarred me for life, too. It drove by. Woo, and I just remember seeing that thing sitting. I don't know where it was going. Where could it? It wasn't Halloween. Where was that thing going dressed up right? Andy, Raggedy Andy. By itself. It just went by like that. And to this day, almost 40 years later, I still remember that. Being outside, I rode my little bicycle, got my ass home, locked the door. Shit. This is America. Charlie Brown aired for 12 episodes. I don't remember that one. I guess it's a Charlie Brown spinoff. Superman had a cartoon in 1988. It lasted again. Everything, a lot of stuff for 1 season, 13 episodes. What about RoboCop? They actually had a toy line based on it. That's right. Taking an R-rated movie, turned a violent, very violent R-rated movie. A movie so violent that it almost got an X rating until they cut the hand blowing scene out. Remember that? When they shoot him in the hand? Yeah, I had when the first release was going to be X-rated, and they toned it down and turned it into a cartoon series that lasted 12 episodes. I thought it was longer than that. Police Academy. Wasn't Police Academy R-rated also? And there was some Police Academy wasn't for kids. I mean, there were blowjob jokes in that movie. Oh. And then you had Marvel Action Universe. Lasted 1 season. 12 episodes. Don't really remember that. I don't remember Marvel Action Universe. By 88, I was kind of out of watching cartoons, mostly, unless it was the Grimley show. I would watch that one. Garfield and Friends. I hate Garfield. I hate his friends. Hate Odo, whatever the dog's name is. Oh, he feels like a Monday. Oh, I hate Garfield. Fantastic Mac. Lasted 2 seasons and 26 episodes. I never had heard of Fantastic Mac at all. These other shows lasted 13 episodes. Like, oh, yeah, classic. What the hell? Yeah, never heard of Fantastic Mac. It says US, but over here it says on the BBC One, which is UK, but it says a US. Maybe it was released in both. Dino Riders. Everybody remembers that one right there. Dino Riders, 1 season. Denver, The Lost Dinosaur. 2 seasons, 52 episodes. Never heard of it until today. Today's the first day I've ever heard these 4 words put together. Denver, The Last Dinosaur. And apparently he wore sunglasses. Cops, remember that? Cops. It stood, I don't know what it stood for. 1 season, but 65 episodes in 1 season. What the hell? They were cranking them out, wasn't they? Alf Tales, the Alf cartoon, had 2 seasons. A pup named Scooby. I mean, we all had Scrappy Doo. That was a pup. No, got to just like the Muppet babies. Got to take Muppets to make them babies, put diapers on them. So you have to think, oh, right, Miss Piggy takes a shit in her. Let's get on. 1 season, 3 episodes. Robotech 2. I know Robotech, but apparently number 2 didn't do too well. 3 episodes. You think they would have had more than that? I mean, yeah. Look at Marvel Universe. 1 season, 12 episodes. Hell, what was that other one? Cops, 65 episodes in 1 season. Robotech got 3 episodes and they were done. And Count Duckula. This was a duck that was a vampire. 4 seasons of Count Duckula. Good Lord. 4 seasons. Oh, there was also 4 seasons of Pup named Scooby-Doo. 4 seasons of Count Duckula. 4 seasons, 65 episodes. 65 episodes. But Cops, 1 season, still have more episodes. So let's see. We looked at that right there. Make sure I ain't missed nothing out here. Ashley's trying to set me off with Muppet Babies. I love Muppet Babies. Oh, I don't like any of that. I don't like when they turn Flintstones into kids. I don't know. Denver was good, but I thought they were singing Denver, the Last Dinosaur. He's not our friend anymore. I don't know the song, but maybe he wasn't their friend anymore right there. Here. One of my favorite rappers is H-Town. Okay, thank you for that. I don't know who that is. Y'all in the super chat, let me know, guys, if I missed any super chats out there. I don't think I did. So let's talk the top 10 songs. The top 10 songs, pop songs of 1988. Let me take a sip of drink here. Yeah, 4 seasons of Count M.F. Duckula. If you ever go to a doctor and his name is Dr. Acula, don't let him draw blood. Trust me, I've learned my lesson. Okay. I know. Old corny joke right there. Number 10, Steve Winwood, Roll With It. Roll with it, baby. I don't know. I know that song. I just can't place it in my head. Number 9, Breathe, Hands to Heaven. Never heard of it. I don't know what that is at all. At 8, Tiffany, the mall princess herself, Tiffany, made people beg the question, do you prefer Tiffany or do you prefer Debbie Gibson? Both mall queens, and she had a hit with Could Have Been. I don't remember that one. I just remember Are We Alone Now? That's about the only one I remember. I was more into Debbie Gibson, but going back, looking at the music now, I think Tiffany might have better music. Oh, man, I watched this documentary about Tiffany Gibson, Tiffany fans today. They're like old men, and they're still obsessed with Tiffany. Like I'm obsessed with Star Wars. They're obsessed with Tiffany. Woo. Anyway. But, I mean, I never really got into both of them, but everybody was asking the question back then, Debbie Gibson or Tiffany. Debbie Gibson was more, looked like she was nice to hang out with. Tiffany, looked like she'd take you behind that trash can at the 7-Eleven and make you scream Tiffany. So that was 2 different ways. I mean, you had Tiffany that was looking a little wilder, and then you had the other mall princess, Debbie Gibson. And I was more Debbie Gibson. But, of course, I wasn't really into either one of their music, just going by looks, being superficial. Belinda Carlson, is that her name? Heaven is a Place on Earth. The girl from the Go-Go's went on right there. Good looking lady too. Whitney Houston. So Emotional. I don't know that song. I might know it. Number 5, we rock things up a little bit with Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child O' Mine. Even if I was 1988, I was heavy into Dwight Yoakam and Randy Travis, Hank Jr. and country music. I was jamming on some Sweet Child O' Mine also, man. I remember I saw Hank Williams Jr. in concert, and he actually did a cover of it. But yeah, that was a great song, man. Sweet Child O' Mine. That first album, that had some really good stuff. Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. Everybody knows that one right there. The Mean King himself, Rick Astley. George Harrison, one of the Beatles. I actually like this song. A lot of people make fun of it. Got My Mind Set on You. I mean, it's simple. That's about it. He says that like 1,000. Got my mind set on you. I got my mind set on you. And I know people say it over and over again, but it's nice to see the Beatles. One of the Beatles still having a hit song in 1988. I actually like that one. It's like Grateful Dead. I like that Touch of Grey song they did in the 80s. The people like, oh, that don't count, man. That's selling out Grateful Dead. But I like that. NXS, Need You Tonight, a big famous hit right there. Does anyone want to take the guess for the number one song of 19? Don't go to Google. Don't look it up. George Harris is a fantastic songwriter. He might be, but let's be honest. Never Gonna Give. Got My Mind Set on You. It's not the best songwriting. I mean, I think that's all he says is over and over. Hank Williams Jr. is a king. He is a living legend. I ain't gonna get on a country music kick here, but if you look at the albums of Hank Williams Jr., he started in the 60s and he didn't hit his stride until he was 40 albums in the 80s. In the 80s, it was his 40th album. He was 40 albums in before he even hit big. Okay, sorry. Number 1, the Final Countdown. No. Let's see here. Metallica 1. No, Samantha, that's not it right there either. Good guess, though. Cloud 9 is a great LP. Bon Jovi, Bad Medicine. Bocephus, that's right. I had a jacket. I went to school that was 95% black. I guess I don't know if I'm supposed to say that word anymore. I don't know. But I mean, nothing. I'm not saying, I was just saying for the rest of the story. Went to school with a jacket with a Confederate flag on the back. It said Bocephus. Nobody gave me no shit, but I bet I wouldn't wear that shit today. Let's see. Pop Goes the World. Pop Goes the Weasel. Goes the Weasel. Go pop. Pop Goes the World. Don't you know that is? Boys to Men. Ugh. Megadeth. Okay. 88 was a killer year for metal. It was Living on a Prayer. Number one song, George Michael. Faith. You gotta have faith. If you want to touch your body, you gotta have faith. Gotta have faith. Number one song, Faith. By George Michael. George Michael, number one song. You've got to have faith. And we're gonna take a look now at the top 10 albums, which is kind of a lot like the singles. It looks like some of the same stuff here. So let's go. Number 10. Permanent Vacation by Aerosmith. I never liked Aerosmith. Walk This Way. Okay, Walk This Way is okay. It was really Aerosmith in the 90s when they did their little Silverstone and her videos and his daughter. I just hated it. I just really don't like Aerosmith, especially that 90s stuff. Well, I guess it was early 90s, maybe late 80s, early 90s. Let's go. Number 9 album. Tiffany, with her album called Tiffany. How she came up with that name for her album, I will never know. Oh, man. Dude looks like a lady. That one's okay. I can handle that one. It's just what is it? It was like that song from Armageddon, right around the era. And then they did, I can't remember. There was a couple songs. Jeannie's got a gun. Oh, anyway, number 9, Tiffany. Number 8 album. Wasn't a fan of this guy. I don't like this guy because he reminded me of a kid named Bo Bentley that I went to school with. I didn't like at all. He was white trash. Didn't like him at all. Richard Marx. They had the same kind of haircut. Richard Marx, number 8. That many people was into Richard Marx. Whew. Loving the Elevator. No, don't like that. Cry. No, not everything Aerosmith is good. Aerosmith 90s stuff is horrible. They just overplayed it, I guess. Okay, Richard Marx, number 8. I can't tell you anything Richard Marx sings. I know he did a video that was like part 1, part 2, but that was it. What was that Armageddon song? Ugh. Mark Chestnut, country singer I love, redid that song. And even then, I was like, come on, what's going on? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? Anyway, okay. Number 7, take that, Tiffany. Debbie Gibson, Out of the Blue, Debbie Gibson. I guess we know who won the war, who's better, or at least in 1988. Number 6, Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. Like I said, a very popular album. I couldn't get through 1988 while knowing that. Oh, man. Number 5, Michael Jackson was bad. I don't care about that. Number 4, NSX. Kick was the name of the album right there. Number 3, y'all will help me with this one. Number 3, Hysterica by Def Leppard. Is that the album that had Pour Some Sugar on Me? Y'all let me know. Pour some, man, what a huge song that was. And what was that other song? Gluten or something. Remember that? Oh, my sister was really into Pour. I remember she had a video game on. She wrote down the lyrics to it. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Y'all let me know if that's the album that had Pour Some Sugar. Yep. Yeah, okay. Everybody's let me know. That's still a good song, man. That's a good poppy metal song. That's a good song. I'll be honest with you. And is anything better than a Fair song? You know, Go Ride the Tilt the World, and they're playing Pour Some Sugar on Me, or that ride it does like this. Ooh, I hate Fair rides. Oh my God, I hate Fair rides. Oh, number 2 was a soundtrack. Who can guess the number 2 album was a soundtrack? Don't you go to Google. Who can guess? Who knows the number 1, the soundtrack that came in at number 2? I have tickets to Def Leppard. I just heard that Rick Springfield's coming to my town in September. I wonder if I can get backstage to ask him about his Star Wars collection. Let's see. Oh, the album after the drummer lost his arm. I remember the drummer lost his arm. That was bad. Batman. No, Batman was nothing. It was been 89. Missed that by a year. Bodyguard. That's a very good guess, Ashley. That's a very good. I don't know what year that was, but it wasn't number 2. That wasn't the soundtrack. Back to the Future 2. I don't know if it had a good soundtrack, but that's not it. Oh, Batman. Yeah, Prince. Okay, I'll let one more. Today's my birthday, everybody. Today is this. Well, we should have done today in history then. But there you go. Warpath 1985. Happy birthday. Ghostbusters soundtrack. Nope. Okay. Nope. Not Top Gun. Here it goes. Number 1 soundtrack of 1988. Dirty Dancing. Yeah. Dirty Dancing. Oh man. I don't know any songs. I can't tell you one song from him. I guess George Michael. What's his name? Patrick Swayze had his song. I know he did a song. Maybe it was on there, but yeah. That get out of here. Sorry. But that's it. Patrick Swayze. Dirty Dancing. Jennifer Grey before she had her nose job, which I don't think she ever really needed. Man, she was cute in Ferris Bueller, wasn't she? Dirty Dancing. You cannot put Baby in the corner, but apparently you can because I saw her in the corner. And there we go. Number one album of 1988. Who's going to guess this one? The number 1. Nobody puts Jumpman in the corner. You're right, Brian. Who can guess the number 1 album of 1988? Roadhouse soundtrack. There we go. Roadhouse. That would have been great. Oh, let the chat. I know I'm a little second delay here, so this is the part where I just sit here and wait. Okay. Well, Ashley, happy birthday to your son. Traveling Wilburys. Man, I forgot about the Traveling Wilburys. But they're not number 1. Tears for Fears. No. Number 1 is Yanni. Oh, man, I hope so. Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time. I think it was around 84, 85. I could be wrong. Bad, Michael Jackson. We already did. That was number 5. Better Than Dirty Dancing. Yeah, Dirty Dancing was number 2. What was the number 1 album of 1988? Bad was number 5. Don't Google. Thank you, Junkie. Happy birthday to yourself. NWA. That would be awesome. I don't think they were popular, but not, pop, pop. Mainstream. Okay. The number 1 album was George Michael, Faith, from the album Faith. He also had the number 1 song with Faith. So it must have been a huge album right there. Maybe you listened to it in a men's bathroom. I don't know. Faith was number 1. Let's see here. Yep. It also appeared very high on the hip hop R&B charts. Faith is the R&B hip hop album. What? Maybe I'll do the top. Maybe I'll look at some let me do the 2000s. Faith is a hip hop R&B album. Maybe I didn't listen to the album. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I just did not know it, but maybe it was. But anyway, that's a look at 1988. Here's something. The first internet virus hit in 1988. Isn't that some news for you right there? The first virus. Internet virus. Don't tell me the internet is new. People, these millennials, the internet is new, man. We got internet. You didn't have internet when you were a kid. I was getting online back in 1986. Local online, but I got on Prodigy around 88, 89. I was getting on Prodigy, and then I was getting on AOL, CompuServe, getting online. Back when you could get online, you could say shit without hurting everybody's feelings, getting it deleted, and everybody crying, you need to get fired from your job because you said something online I don't like. But then what else happened in 1980? Let's go down through the list here, see if I see anything that sticks out interesting here. Let's see. Who died in 1988? I don't know half of these people here. Let's see. Heather O'Rourke died. Sad, tragic end. She was born in 1975. She was the little girl from Poltergeist. She died on this date she died on February 1st, 1988. Sorry, not on this date. See if there's anything else worth mentioning here. Before we wrap this up, head over to the chat. I think that's it. We're an hour in. So let's get over the chat so real quick. Make sure I didn't miss any supers. Speak your mind, Jumpman. Free speech. Check your mind. I heard some kid on the tube thinking internet was invented in 2018. Probably so. Probably so. Good voice, bad driver. Okay. Oh, actually made the virus that hit in 1988. Down. Blame Microsoft. I blame Microsoft for everything. So Jumpman, how many views does Ashley and I need to get this morning show to get you to wear a Muppet Baby t-shirts? Not views. You're gonna have to send a lot of super chat. First, you got to find me a Muppet Baby t-shirt. That's probably gonna be the hardest one. And then it's gonna take some super chats. I'm gonna have to do like $100 super chat goal. I'll wear it. Oh, and happy birthday, Cow Mung. That name sounds. I don't know. I see that name. I don't know. I mean, wasn't she a Locomotion? Did she sing that Locomotion song? Justice for All. What a Metallica. I'm not a big Metallica fan. Samantha, what? I never noticed that was like a fake picture right there. I never noticed that, Samantha. Never noticed that. I'll make you a t-shirt, no problem. Well, next time we'll do a dare. You know, if I can get a goal of 100 super chats, $100 worth of super chats or something, I might wear it in a video. In a real video, not a live stream video. We're gonna get you to 1K. Do that. Okay, what we at? We're a minute over. You get some extra junkie today in your morning. Metallica. Okay, I think that's it, guys. We're gonna get out of here. Of course, Ashley, cupcakes and cakes and everything. But that's it. But don't forget, we'll be back tonight, 7 o'clock. It's not gonna be Indiana Jones. It's gonna probably be more Star Wars stuff or something. I don't know. Oh, 100K viewers. Yeah, get me that. Go ahead. You'll look for the shirt, but buy it and send it, and I'll put 50 on Super Chat. Who's with me? We'll save that dare for 7 o'clock. We'll finish that talk up at 7 o'clock. Oh, God, I hate the Muppet Babies. Oh, my God, I hate the Muppet Babies. And there's Mrs. Doomcock saying, hey, what a lovely picture there. Okay, let me get out of here, guys. I got to work on 5 o'clock video, and we'll be back tonight live, 7 o'clock, daily video up at 5. We will see you then. Let me get what do I want to leave here with? What do I want to leave here with? What do I want to leave here with? Oh, get out of here. I don't really got nothing to play here, but we're just going to get out of here with this. See you at 7.
Hey, Jumpman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.